All right, you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some major food options and food choices that you guys may be consuming that's low-key keeping you big and overweight and is preventing you from losing body fat and losing weight. And how I know this is because I'm going to be sharing with you from my personal experience a couple food options and a couple food choices that I was making throughout my fitness journey, and I was realizing that these food choices that I was making was keeping me stagnant and basically at a plateau because I was eating these foods thinking that they were healthy, but not realizing that these foods ultimately were not going to be the right foods that I would need to be consuming in my body to ultimately get me to where I wanted to go as far as losing weight, losing fat specifically, while also maintaining some lean muscle. So I want to just share with you guys a couple key secret foods that I feel like most people are eating and just not fully understanding and being fully aware of how unhealthy these foods can be. And honestly, guys, in my opinion, these foods that I'm going to be listing out for you guys need to be completely cut out or at least replaced with something healthier. But I just feel like these foods that I'm about to list out for you, most people don't realize how unhealthy and not effective these foods are for your body as far as losing body fat and keeping some lean muscle. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, the first thing, guys, is Panda Express. Guys, I don't know how to say this to you guys without getting too harsh or like trying to get too mean. Guys, you guys need to understand Panda Express and Chipotle are two fast foods that I was telling myself, especially early on in my fitness journey, that I could eat these spots maybe twice a week because, you know, they have good whole protein food sources. Guys, please, you need to understand that these fast food chains ultimately have a lot of processed foods, a lot of processed ingredients, and in moderation, maybe once a month you can eat these foods, but consistently going to Chipotle, Panda Express, those are my two main culprits for me personally. So I know for a fact a lot of you guys are currently eating Chipotle out once a week, Panda Express once a week, and thinking that, you know, getting the chicken sandwich, getting the grilled chicken or whatever you're getting from these spots, and subconsciously telling yourself that these has to be healthy options because they're on the menu, and obviously chicken is healthy. Yes, chicken is healthy, but ultimately not fully knowing how these chefs and cooks fully process and cook their foods is ultimately not going to get you to your goals as far as like understanding the calories that's in per serving in the meals you're eating at Chipotle and Panda Express. Especially for me, I used to go to Panda Express religiously, and I would always get, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not always getting the grilled chicken teriyaki from Panda Express. I was getting, like, you know, the honey chicken. So ultimately my protein source wasn't the best, but I know a lot of people are going to Panda Express, and I'm not gonna lie, out of the two between Panda Express and Chipotle, I would say Chipotle is fairly, both of them are still, if you were to ask me personally and somebody was to get some diet information and diet assistance, I would not recommend you guys going to Chipotle or Panda Express. I recommend you to home cook your meals or buy frozen chicken if you don't want to cook all the time. But ultimately going to these fast food spots, because ultimately, guys, these are fast food chains. So they just want to get the food out. They just want to get the food out to the consumer. So not fully understanding how the foods are processed in the back of the kitchen, all the oils they use, the different ingredients. Sodium is okay. The sodium, it may be high, but ultimately sodium is not going to be the main issue. It's the extra oils and greases and fats that they use to cook up all these chickens. And ultimately, guys, people don't know that all these calories can add up. And eating Chipotle twice a week, eating Panda Express twice a week can ultimately be what's keeping you at a plateau, and is ultimately what's not going to help you lose your body fat and lose your belly fat. Because that was what was for me personally holding me back, especially early on in my journey for at least 2 months, was me going out to Chipotle and Panda Express literally twice a week. I can't lie to you. I'm not even exaggerating. I would either go to Chipotle or Panda Express literally on a Friday or a Saturday and just go out and just buy a chicken bowl from Chipotle, or just get like a nice plate from Panda Express. And I would tell myself, hey, I'm eating a good amount of carbs, some good amount of protein, but ultimately that was keeping me at a plateau and not ultimately getting me to the next step in my next goal in life as far as like losing the body fat and getting to where I'm at today. So I want to just emphasize the importance, guys, of trying to cut out Chipotle and Panda Express and all these fast food spots that you think are relatively healthy, Kava as well. Guys, in moderation, they're fine. And what I mean by in moderation, eating them out once a month is okay, but having them religiously throughout the week on a weekly basis is actually insane to me. So guys, that was something that I realized was holding me back, and I wanted to just share that with you guys, that it is very, very crucial to make sure you're not eating out at these spots all the time. Only going out to these spots once a month max. Besides that, please understand the importance of cooking your own foods in your house, making sure you're tracking what you're eating, obviously, but just making sure you're not going out to these fast food spots, eating them out all the time, because that could be holding you back a lot and you won't even know because you're thinking to yourself, hey, it's Chipotle. Yeah, if you're going to Chipotle, once a month is cool, but going there all the time is not going to be helpful. Now, the second thing, guys, this one is also going to be a kicker. The condiments you guys use. For me, this was another killer that I wasn't even realizing. What I've come to realize, guys, and what I'm going to be sharing with you, hopefully you guys understand this, is that simply reading the nutritional facts on the bottles of all these different condiments you guys use, and just in general, reading the nutritional facts before you actually consume these foods can definitely help you just think twice before you start consuming all these foods. Because what I used to do, guys, is back when I was big and overweight and I was just at a plateau, I would get regular ketchup, regular barbecue sauce, not knowing all the calories and extra sugars and processed stuff that are in these ingredients, and I would just pour them like subconsciously without even like tracking it. And honestly, guys, that was probably one of the biggest mistakes and one of my biggest setbacks in my overall fitness journey, was not fully understanding the process of what I was consuming as far as the condiments, because these condiments can add up very, very quickly. And this is actually one of the most dangerous, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous calories that can add up real quick. And you can easily put yourself in a calorie surplus by just adding some extra ketchup sauce or adding extra barbecue sauce that's no sugar, and adding that to your whatever meals you're eating throughout the day. Just adding all these condiments, guys, can definitely add up. Mayo, especially. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to cut out mayo completely, because I literally just took one time to look at the nutritional facts of mayo and peanut butter, regular peanut butter, Skippy peanut butter. I had to cut those out completely, because I was just realizing these calories add up super quickly, and just for a little teaspoon is over 100 calories. Hell no, I don't need that in my life, especially in my cutting phase. So what I come to realize, guys, is you're gonna have to, one, either really be aware of these condiments. If you're so addicted to these condiments, you're gonna have to be aware of it and track these condiments. Or what I currently do is supplement all these regular condiments with sugar-free to no sugar condiments, guys. This shit helps me a lot, because you can pour a lot of these condiments, a lot of the no sugar, zero sugar calorie condiments. You can loosely track that, and you can obviously not be over your calorie surplus, because a lot of these zero sugar to low sugar calorie condiments don't have a lot of calories, so you can pour a good amount of it while still being in a relative calorie deficit without having to track it too strictly. So that's currently what I do. So for me, guys, one good brand is I think G Hughes barbecue sauce. They have the best, not one of the best, but him, and I forgot the other one, the Sweet Baby Ray's. The Sweet Baby Ray's no sugar, I think it's low sugar or no sugar barbecue sauce. Guys, these supplemental low sugar barbecue sauce brands, look into them, guys. They taste relatively the same without the sugars, or with minimal sugars. Guys, if you want to have condiments, because I know we're in America, a lot of Americans love condiments for some reason. I'm a victim of it. Please look into these low sugar, low calorie condiment sugar replacements. If you need condiments for your drink, for your drinks, for your fries, or you shouldn't be fries, forget fries, for your meals in general. If you want a low sugar condiment option, please look into that, because that is going to be your ultimate savior when it comes to giving your food flavor without having to sacrifice completely having condiments with your meals. So that's what I really recommend you guys to look into, because that's one thing that was holding me back, was before I was just loosely just dumping all these condiments without realizing how much calories these things can add up quickly. Now this third one should be a no-brainer, but I want to just share this just because, guys, cutting out all these extra junk food, processed foods, Pop-Tarts, Doritos, chips, guys. If you're very serious, like if you're really serious about weight loss, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but that is something that needs to go completely. There's a lot of good, healthy foods out there. Whole foods should be your main priority. So guys, if you want to take your fitness journey serious and losing weight, if it's actually serious for you, you will have to be able to at least for 6 months, say no to all these junk foods and just focus on eating whole, prioritized foods, prioritizing whole foods, fruits and vegetables with some good, simple carbs. I know for some of you who are very, very beginner in this may sound like Chinese, or this may not sound comfortable for you, but it's ultimately what's going to get you to your goals. I don't want to sugarcoat this and tell you that you can do the principle if it fits your macros. That's a whole bunch of BS. I'm gonna just tell you this straight up. If you're serious, only if you're serious. If you guys are just like tiptoeing around this, or like, you know, you may want to try it out, try the fitness journey, and then, you know, it may not work out for you, then by all means, I'll just tell you the fake BS. Hey, you can maybe eat 1 or 2 Pop Tarts a week throughout your diet, and that'll help you get to your goals. No, I'm gonna keep it real 100 with you. All these extra junk foods, the chocolate bars, the Pop Tarts, all these foods, they're gonna have to be cut out completely. And and guys, the way I see it is all these foods, all these junk foods, the Popeyes, all these fast foods that are super super good and delicious, they will always be there. The way I see it, guys, like I said, Chick-fil-A is one of my favorite fast food spots. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a while. I would say like 3 months. Consistently, I haven't had Chick-fil-A. Like I haven't even had a fried chicken sandwich in over 3 months. So, and I love fried chicken, believe it or not. But yeah, what I tell myself is that Chick-fil-A has been around since I was before I was even